What's up, YouTube? As you can see, we are back over at Sean's mini stable. Me and my dad are helping Sean try to finish this thing up finally. I think it's been on jack stands for probably a year now. So if you can see down here behind that line, he has a blow-off valve, and then so we need to run the vacuum line from there up to that tree over there. We also have to run one from this little port right here down to a wastegate. The fan right here needs one more wire, which I believe we have to tap into the AC wire in here, and then the fan for the radiator should be done. I'm not gonna name any names, but when we were hooking up the snow performance kit on this car, somebody punched a hole in the gas tank when they mounted the pump, so we have to got this gas tank down from a guy named Jamie in Pueblo. So gonna have to swap out that gas tank. The inside needs to be put back together, but it looks like they made some progress with the gauges right there. And then here, this red line right here is for the methanol that's going to go to this port right here. So I know we haven't said what this is, but this is a it's a 302 based engine with a, what is that, Sean, a 76 millimeter? Yeah. That's with the 76 millimeter On3 performance turbo. So those are all the details on it for now, and we'll keep you posted. All right, so I kind of just took a leap forward, cleaned up this a little bit, but just gotta move over this rubber grommet for the filler neck that's on the other pump back there. We gotta move his pump over, which I believe is the Aeromotive Stealth 340, which is the same one me and my dad are running. Outside of that, you can see on this old pump right here, I'll try to show you more. Right there, and then up from my fingers where the two holes were punctured. Trying to get the I think this is locked, but the holes got punctured when ooh, almost tripped over the seat. But the holes got punctured when they were trying to mount the pump for the methanol. So the methanol is gonna be mounted in the trunk somewhere. If I had the key, I'd show y'all. But yeah, the screws went down and punctured the tank, so that's why we are changing the tank on this. All right, everyone. So I'll turn this light on. Hopefully y'all can see. We got the new gas tank in, well, new used gas tank. That red line you can see right there, that is actually for the methanol. So yeah, so these tailpipes, they gotta go, and they don't fit up to the Y pipe for the turbo anyways, but that is all done and taken care of now. And you can see the 4 holes that were drilled into this tank. So, but it's all taken care of now. Everything's ready to go. They are so what, you guys ran your vacuum lines to the wastegate and the blow-off valve already?
They haven't been ran. That's what we're currently working on.
Okay, but you ran the red line right here for your methanol right here?
Yeah, this is the line going down to the wastegate. And then we haven't ran the one to the vacuum tree yet for the blow-off valve. That one over there is for the wastegate.
It's making a little bit of progress. All right, so you guys can kind of get an idea where, so that's where they were trying to mount the pump, and that's why we ended up hitting the fuel tank right there. So that pump cannot go right there now. And then here's the actual tank. My dad ended up making these brackets, but the legs that were on there, you can kind of see down there in the corner, got cut short, so they probably won't support the weight once it is filled up with the methanol. So my dad's gonna redo the brackets and then figure out where to move this pump to. So Sean also has a blue spoiler in there because the hail cracked the existing one on there. I just figured this is a good opportunity to show you guys where they're thinking about putting the methanol at in here, because there's no like clear easy spot without just drilling through the plastic. So he was trying to avoid doing that, so that's where we're at with this. But they're over there watching House of Dula, and what was Danny, what? Donnie B's channel, because they both have Foxbodies with On3 turbo setup. So if you guys want to check them out as well, that's who we're watching right now, trying to figure out how to run the vacuum lines for the wastegate and the blow-off valve. You know what you're doing with that thing? All right. So what are you working on over here, Sean?
One of the trans bolts, top trans bolt was loose, and then putting in the ground wire that we forgot to put in when we dropped the motor in.
And then you guys pulled off the upper intake to put the breather on the back, right?
You go through that. No.
Yeah, Dad. We gonna leave this on the YouTube video too.
So, yeah, you leave that scene.
No, I'm leaving it. But yeah, so I think there's a breather that goes on the lower intake back there that you guys had to remove to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that red one up there, if you guys can see it by where he's drilling.
Yeah, so the biggest thing is there's 2 ground wires that haven't been ran that we're running right now, which is why we had to take the intake back off to get to the lower intake ground.
All right. And then over here we got red up in the air because we removed the lowering springs because these they don't give a spring rate, but they literally say in the description online that they prevent squat. So these are a Foxbody spring that we cut a coil off of and repainted. So hopefully I can kind of squeeze these ones with my hand, and these ones are pretty stiff. So got one side done already. So hopefully next time we hit the track, this thing should be squatting pretty good. All right, so we got red back on the ground. I also found out my the little vent tube on the top of the gas tank was off, and it was actually up by the wheel, so I went ahead and placed that in there. But with one coil cut out the Foxbody springs, they actually, it seems to be sitting about to where my lowering springs were. So that's that. And then Sean's over here. We're finishing up. We gotta run the rest of the lines for the fans for the radiator. They started running the vacuum lines for the wastegate and blow-off valve, and then my dad was back here getting ready to mount the snow performance tank, and then we got to move the pump so he don't hit the gas tank again. But there's a little update on this. I think Sean also got all his gauges in the back of the
Small to big.
his pillar right here. So were these Innovate Motorsport is what gauges he's decided to go with. So different than what I did, but
Just running up a big
should work the same.
This piece right here should have just been one big piece from here to here. If you had to pull that out, just either add one in or pull that whole piece out and put another one in there. However you want to do it.
Add one in there.
All right, everyone, getting ready to wrap up this video. Just want to show you. So this tank is almost mounted. Had to get some more red line from Snow Performance because this one's too short. But if we lift this up, so you can see the red line comes down through that little hole in the trunk right there. We got the pump mounted right there. So once we get a longer line, this little nozzle on top will connect to that. So how's it going, Jalen? Great. So Jalen's in here wiring up the gauges since he is the wiring expert. Isn't that right, Jalen? Don't look too excited over there. And then Sean is trying to get the breather in the back of the intake right now. I think it just went.
Missing a socket. Missing 11. Missing 11.
So outside of that, we got the radiator wired up
I think that's all in there, Dad.
right here and here, hopefully. What do you need, Jalen?
Those connectors.
And we got the House of Dula. He had a rubber one of these, and it kept collapsing under the boot. So cut this one down. This elbow should go right to the throttle body. Shouldn't have any problems with
I
that
think it'll
one.
work. I think it's down in there.
So the
that's the
breather
breather.
is right there. And then what else? Oh, your
TVC valve done.
your Turbo Smart. What is this?
Control, boost control.
The boost controller, you have to get your fitting for that.
Yeah.
And then that can be installed.
Canister purge is last.
Yeah, we got to figure out this canister purge, because I think Sean's looking at just removing it completely, but we need to do more research to see about that. But yeah, slowly but surely getting there.
After the canister purge, we just got tidying up all the wires.
Yeah, make the wires look pretty. We already got these ones for the fan covered up, looking decent. So yeah, so that's probably gonna be it with this video for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It's been a long 2 days of getting, there's a lot of little stuff done with this, so it's kind of hard to see the progress, but progress has been made. And the springs, the Foxbody springs on it, so far highly recommend. The back is a little bit quieter and it's super soft, so hopefully that correlates over to the track pretty well. But with all that being said, please be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.